Hi everybody, it's Graham and Pauline again, and we thought it was time to put together another little video of life here in the centre of France. It's quite a lovely sunny day today, wind's a bit chilly, but we thought we'd get some fresh air and go for a walk, perhaps somewhere a little different, especially in these days of COVID. It's not always easy, is it, to do something different. But here in this forest, which is what, 15 miles away, 15 kilometres away from our house, you find in this forest this sort of semi-sunk cabin, I guess. And it was built during the Second World War, and from October 1943 to February 1944, 3 men hid here. And they were fed by local people and supported by them, but they were engaged and involved in a resistance movement. And a little further on in the forest you'll find sort of like a sunken area in which they used to store and hide various arms that helped the resistance fight the enemy and so on. So I'm just going to have a little walk down here. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it, but it's very, very tiny. You imagine how cold it must have been during that winter. 3 men living huddled together here, well hidden. But I'm going to have to stoop my head and go down and have a little look. You can't even stand up in here. But there's still a kind of a bed here. Just poles on an arch, and very damp, very cold, very small, but there you go. Things that people used to do in the war. You've been here before though, haven't you, Pauline?
Yeah, I have 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I always find it very, not eerie, but I suppose the historic.
History of it, yeah.
Yeah, the history of it, because it's not too far removed from when we were born,
No.
And things have changed over the years.
Yeah.
Shall we go on to the next one?
It's very
now?
moving. Yeah, if we wander on up through the forest, see if we can find the little sort of pit, I suppose you'd almost call it. But you can't imagine the arms being hidden there. But let's go and see if we can find it.
Oh, it would help if I didn't fall over.
Well, here we are walking towards what we think is the place where they used to hide all the arms and that when they were fighting the enemy in the war. We kind of got a little bit lost through the forest, went off the trail. Yeah, keep tripping over roots, that's good, isn't it? But it's a lovely spot. It really is.
Please haven't seen a soul, met a soul.
Peaceful, no sound.
Calm.
Just our crunching of the feet on the dry leaves, which I guess for this time of the year is pretty impressive actually, because normally you'd expect it to be quite...
Yeah, but they're wet. It's wet underfoot.
It is, you're quite right, yeah. Now then, how do you
Right, we're
turn this
nearly
camera
there.
to face the other side? Then we can see it, can't we?
Let's turn it off. Okay, so we found these holes in the ground. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I suppose they're about, what are they, Graham? 6
Metre
foot deep?
No, not that
Not
deep, I
much
wouldn't have
that.
thought.
But it says here that this was where they hid the arms and the materials of sabotage. This is where it was discovered on the 28th of February 1944.
Yeah.
So here in the middle of this vast wood, they've kept these as a memento, I suppose, of
Well,
what
a
was
memory really,
discovered,
isn't
a
it?
memory in the war. Last time we came, it was Christmas time and it was freezing cold. And we said then we wouldn't have liked to have had to live outside in that weather and just be fed by the goodwill of folks.
There's another one over there. It's 5.
There's
5,
5.
look.
Oh, is there 5?
Yeah,
1,
look.
2,
Look, see over
3,
there.
4, 5.
Just
5,
beyond
there
this
are
one.
5,
Yeah.
sorry.
Amazing. Yeah. Right, we've got to find our way out of here now.
We have.
Do you know the way?
Oh, well, I think we go that way.
I'll follow you.
Okay, follow me. I'll put my umbrella up. Come on. At our house in Menatoo, in one of the bedrooms, or behind one of the bedrooms, there's like a little secret room that if you went in there, you would just not know it's there. And in my mind, I've got this sort of, I suppose it's a fantasy, that I think, well, maybe they hid people here in the war. We're right on the line of resistance, and it was an amazing place for a resistance activity. So if you come to Les Amis, you come and visit us and see us in this lovely part of the world, see if you can find our hidden door and perhaps have a peek behind it. And then we're back to the present day.
Well, here we are, back home after our lovely walk yesterday afternoon in the forest. And we've just been thinking about what some of those folks went through during the war, and realised that whilst we're struggling with the pandemic, it's nothing in comparison to their experiences. I mean, we've struggled because we haven't been able to get to England for a year, see the family. We're in a curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. still. You know, there are the normal trials and struggles of everyday life. But the bottom line is all we've had to do is confine ourselves to the house, stay at home, in a lovely place, really. Whereas in those days, it was incredibly tough. You didn't know what was going to happen from one minute to the next, whether you'd be found, shot, or who knows what. So the bottom line is that even though we may be feeling like we're struggling during this pandemic, and certainly a lot of people are, there are health issues, there's isolation and loneliness, and there are mental challenges, of course, we know all of that. But you know what? God remains the same. Our society changes, our world changes, circumstances certainly change, our feelings alter, but God never changes. He is faithful in all things, and He will never ever fail us. And I think we might have ended up last time by saying, just remember how important it is to know that God cares for us, loves us, has given us many precious promises that as we walk with Him, He will keep, He will not fail.
I think there's a fairly newish song that says, all my life you have been faithful, all my life you have been so good. And
you're going to sing it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, give us all a treat.
No, not today.
Okay.
Josephine. That's something my mum used to say.
Oh, right, bless her.
Yeah, bless her heart. But we've proved that true, haven't we? Yeah, we have.
Yeah, certainly we have. Thinking of your mum, I was thinking of your dad as well, because he's not well at the minute, is he?
No, he's not.
He's
very
been in hospital for a few weeks. And that's another difficulty, really, because we can't be there. But there we go. Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Do we have anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's it.
Well, that's a wonder.
Stop it. I'm going to press the button.
You press the button. Here it goes. Ready? Bye.